Jeff Broom, Executive Director of Teaching and Learning here at Centralia School District. We've got about 3,000 students, a very diverse district. We've got about 40% of our students are Latino. About 75% of our families are on free and reduced lunch. We've got about 15% of our students get multilingual services.
When we first started the project, there was a lot of thought about, well, is this the right way to go? And we picked our top 4. And they were the most popular brands across the board out there currently in the market, and lined them all up in our Performing Arts Center, and we just wanted to see how the teachers would respond, if they even wanted to come and see them. And it was overwhelming, the amount of teachers that came in, the amount of playing that went on with the boards and the questions. And I walked in and there was a teacher in there trying to figure out one of the boards, and her entire class was with her. The entire class had surrounded her on the board, and the class was teaching her how to use the board. It was one of the most amazing things I had ever seen. But it also really kicked off to a huge adoption rate. I mean, I want to say we're probably like at a 90 to 93% adoption rate in the district with these boards and our teachers. And it's been absolutely a phenomenal step to watch come to fruition.
Yeah, for me, some of the built-in applications have really found some use. One of them is Scribe, which is a tool that will automatically translate what's being said. And so I work specifically with our multilingual learners. We've got 568 this month. It's always on my mind to think about, how do I help bring access to students who are vigorously learning English? And so making sure that, even in a high school classroom, how are we making Shakespeare accessible? And partly that's just by the way that we communicate. And so these boards have real powerful tools that allow us to communicate more clearly with all of our students, providing them access and then making sure that that increases their engagement. And so I've seen that, been able to lead trainings on that in several buildings, and it's been a really sought after tool that our staff are using.
OneScreen by far was the most intuitive user experience I'd seen out of any of the boards. The pictures made sense. So if they didn't want to read and they just wanted to poke on the home button, they look for the house. Click the house, it gets you there. You want to get to your whiteboard, it's literally a picture of the whiteboard. You touch the whiteboard, you get in there. Very intuitive in terms of how to use the menus, how to turn on and off annotate, how to get to YouTube, how to use Scribe, how to get to all the applications that are available on the board. One of my favorite features is the Guru app. I just keep going back to the support all the time, just being, being the director of technology. I just can't state how important that is enough. Every time I hit the Guru app, they pick up immediately and they stay on until the call is resolved. First call resolution with the Gurus has been 100%. Our teachers are like, we are so busy every day. One extra thing can be a deal breaker, especially when you're a teacher and you've got 32 students in your classroom and you're trying to get, you're trying to teach algebra, and you're trying to get some of these complex thoughts through to the students. The easier that we can make it in the classroom for them to use the technology makes it way more effective and so much easier for the teachers to use.
Now I can easily rough out, swipe one direction, pull up yesterday's, all right, talk to your neighbor about what we talked about yesterday, here's the slides. And it just gets learning faster. And what I've seen is, the downtime of connecting and making sure that the projector works and making sure it's connected to my device, that's just faster. Teachers are here, they're ready to go. The video's on the screen already, and it just makes learning a little bit more efficient to get the class started. So it's been a great tool. We've enjoyed using it, and I think I'm excited to see. Sometimes it's difficult to quantify learning with a tool like this, but I do think it's had some significant benefits to our work.
I would say if you can find the finances, it really is the most logical step to go from getting rid of projectors, which are spendy and break down a lot. If you're looking to have your classroom be more interactive with your students, these boards offer you a dozen ways to get that done. So my advice would be, if you can, do it, make the move, take the jump, make the leap.